Yo guys, what is up? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall, on point reviews all day every day. Now I'm finally back here in LA, finally back. I got to check out my collection and everything that I ever had, everything that was ever sent to me, and today was an interesting day. I was basically chilling out, checking out stuff that was sent to me in the beginning, like literally when I had 200 subscribers. We already had people that were actually sending stuff to me when we had 200 subscribers. You know why? Because in the initial few videos that I made, a lot of people really felt that genuineness, that honesty, as well as the excitement, the pure excitement that I had when it comes to this reviews. And so that's what happened to me. I actually got a whole lot of stuff from my friend Rohan, who's actually one of the nicest guys ever. He sent me a bunch of stuff that even at that time, like, I wasn't able to fully appreciate them because I was just like newly reviewing stuff. But then stuff pops out in Fragcom, usually in the groups, and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, I know I have this. I know Rohan or somebody sent me this. And so that's what happened. There was a guy that posted something in the groups and was like, man, beat this. Like, this is insanity. Like, it was like he was so proud of his purchase. It was a full bottle of this. And once I saw the name, I was like, wait a minute. I have this. This is in the Rohan bag of bag of goodies. And this is none other than Tom Ford Bois Marocain. I'm not sure if you can really see that, but I mean, Rohan wrote it out. Maybe if I do it like this, so you can see it, Bois Marocain. This was sent to me by Rohan, and the moment I saw that guy's post, I was just like, oh dude, we gotta talk about this. I gotta try it out and check it out, see what the hype is on this. And so I did wear this for the past like week, and finally I have my findings. So Bois Marocain, I believe this is a limited edition. Let's talk about it today. Let's hit the music. Okay, welcome back, guys. Tom Ford Bois Marocain. Let's give it a spray real quickly. Wow. And by the way, thank you again, Rohan, for this. And for those that would like me to review stuff that I don't own, I mean, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, TroyD247Frag. If you would like to send any samples of what you have so we can review them and add them to the video library, okay? So Bois Marocain. Bois is wood, Marocain is Morocco, right? Morocco is, man, one of the most, I guess, historical, beautiful countries over there in the Middle East. Morocco is, I mean, you have Casablanca there, right? And the other perfume that has the word Marocain, right, is Tower, right? Desert Marocain, remember that? And that one was a big one. That one really captivated so many people, and they're like, oh man, this feels like a night in the desert in Morocco, right? I did a video on that right in the beginning. But this is Tom Ford, Tom Ford Bois Marocain, wood from Morocco, or maybe wood in Morocco. I don't know. Getting wood in Morocco. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to say. But anyways, Bois Marocain. Let's talk about the notes real quick. And when this opens, you really get a blast of cedar. It's Virginia cedar, very woody. And then there's some pepper. So this one has both black and red pepper. It comes with that very peppery intro. And then you have cypress. Cypress is a green note that it really stands out. I like the cypress here. Cypress here definitely adds the manliness, classic, like a classic, maybe 80s to 90s manliness in this. And then the wood is like, it is something that you would feel with like a Tom Ford, something that you would feel with like a Tom Ford Oud Wood or Oud Wood Intense, something like that. And then you also have the peppers. So point blank, I think that if you're into, like, say something like oud wood, there is a good possibility that you might like this one right here because of the woody, really woody composition of this perfume. However, I'll tell you something, guys, that if you are expecting some sort of like mass appeal thing here, you're not going to get this, okay? Why? Because after the cypress and after the peppers, you're gonna have some smoky incense, and the smoky incense here is truly, truly, I mean, it's Moroccan. You know what I mean? It really brings in the smoke coming in from maybe a Moroccan marketplace or a Moroccan. I mean, I heard that it could be even like Moroccan royalty, something that royalty would wear. So imagine it's got the gentlemanly woody touch from Tom Ford, but then you have the Moroccan incense, smoky incense coming in. Okay, and this one really, like, that is the curve. That is the dimension of Bois Marocain that makes it Moroccan. If you took out the smoky incense, it would just be bois. It would just be like, green bois or something like that, or like manly bois, but definitely the addition of the smoky incense, I mean, that really like definitely changes the game. So again, let me recap real quickly. You're gonna get some Virginia cedar, you're going to get some green cypress, you're gonna get some peppers. Again, manly Tom Ford known intro, woody Tom Ford intro, and then bing hits the incense, the Moroccan side of it, right? And then as it develops, it does have a nice vetiver, which is again gentlemanly, not a surprise right there. There's also patchouli, okay, and there's a thuja, which is, I believe, more like cedar. It's like a cedar type oil, or cedar smelling oil that is actually also in this composition. Okay, I think, like, to me, when I first smelled this, like way back, first impression, I was just like, oh, like this is so like it's in between. It's like almost animalic, almost super Middle Eastern, but then you have the Tom Ford like DNA pulling it back. You know what I'm saying? So that was an interesting thing for me. I felt like in the beginning when I tried this, I felt like most Tom Ford aficionados might not even like this, because most Tom Ford aficionados, correct me if I'm wrong, are really playing on the safe side of things, and they just want something that's classy, manly, gentleman-like, and so nobody really expects the Moroccan side of things. And so when this the incense comes out, and then you've got some pepper, once all that is kind of mixed, it's like it does turn into something nearly different. It really teeters to the edge of like, oh man, this is not a Tom Ford. But then again, you do have the woody, the gentleman-like cypress pulling it back into Tom Ford territory. And so this is really cool. Like that's the reason why I wanted to review this, because I wanted you guys to try this and let me know what you guys think, because I mean, I'm not a Tom Ford guy to begin with. I mean, I am more of like, man, if I see the edge of like going outside of my comfort zone, I'll definitely go there. Like, dude, book me a one-way ticket, I'll go there. I'm not really into like, staying safe. However, I know that a lot of my subscribers are into that stuff, and that's fine, okay, but I'm saying this is really one of those that I would say would not challenge you, but it will put you in the position of like, okay, do I go and step over that line into a territory that I'm really not quite used to? And that's really what Bois Marocain is like. I mean, as it develops, I mean, it's nice. It's like it's a lot of vetiver even as it develops, patchouli, and then the smoke stays there. Like, wow, this is very, very interesting. And then of course the wood, I mean the cedar never really goes away. This one here is for like the Renaissance man. This is for a guy with depth, I would say. I think that age-wise, I would have to wait a few years until I wear this. I mean, no offense to people that's older than me, but I mean, I think that an older guy can pull it off. When I say Renaissance man, it's just somebody that has so much life experience that can pull this off, because I think that what this brings is not just the gentlemanly side of Tom Ford, but it also brings like depth and dimension. It's like man, there's something going on with this person's character and his life experience that this one would actually matter. Okay, and also like maybe for people that love Middle Eastern scents, this is a good representation. Again, I just like how there is the incense here and the cypress. I mean, I like how all of these work with the woody notes, the cedar, the thuja. I like how that works because you know what? It's almost like you put a Tom Ford guy in the suit and tie, right? And you put him in the background of Morocco, right? That's really what's going on here. It's like it's not a local, doesn't smell like a local from Morocco. I mean, in my head, but it's more like a Tom Ford guy went to Morocco, and I mean, that's a lot of people. A lot of people do travel to places like that, and they bring their character in. So Bois Marocain is sort of like that. It is still undeniably Tom Ford, woody, classy, cypress, masculine, and then added with that Moroccan touch. Okay, do I recommend this? Yeah, I do recommend this. I mean, I recommend it for you to try and to see kind of where you're at in this fragrance scenario. Like, how do you feel at this point? Are you still gonna stay with the safe ones, or are you gonna border and you're gonna go cross that line and go into Moroccan territory with this stuff? Okay, but definitely I think it's nice. Okay, performance wise, is not a strong projector. I think that this is sort of like maybe moderate, projection. It's all right. I do like how it projects off of my skin. I don't want it to be that strong because I don't want it to be, I feel like it can offend people, if they're not ready. But, I think that this as a kind of like a close quarter scent is fine with me because it gives time for the fragrance to develop, and that's kind of what I like. I want it to develop. I want the smoke to come out, the cedar, the vetiver. I want it all come out. So I think I like the performance here. I don't want an overdose. I don't want a blow up. Hopefully there's no Dua clones of this one where it's like hitting people in the head, but this is quite all right. Okay, and I mean, is it value for money? Again, try it first, guys, and see what you think. And a lot of people truly might even consider this a masterpiece. I mean, that's such a heavy word for me, but I think that it is very sophisticated and it does the job. Hits two birds with one stone. Makes people feel about the Moroccan feels, and then at the same time doesn't give up with a Tom Ford DNA. I like it. Okay, all right, so that's it. That's my video on Bois Marocain. I want to thank Rohan first and foremost for sending me this. I mean, man, dude, you sent me a lot of good stuff. I gotta really go through all that pile of stuff that you sent me. And to those that would like to send me stuff, I mean, some people are asking me like, man, can you review one of my favorite fragrances? And I'm like, sometimes I don't have them, so please contact me on Instagram if you can send like a little sample like this, and I would review it. Okay, and of course I want to thank all my subscribers, all of you guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for all the support, guys. It's only been like 8 months, and we're alive and kicking. Okay, so until then, guys, this is Troy D. I'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless. Take care.